This is the triple extension heel raise. So you're going to step back about 1.5 feet from the wall, lean forward so your forearms are resting on the wall. You're going to bring 1 foot up and touch your toe to the wall. That's your anchor point, as though you'd be stepping into your next running stride. And then keeping your quad squeezed tight, your knee locked straight, you're going to raise up onto your heel of your back foot and then control yourself on the way down. And you pop up and slowly lower down. As you get stronger, you can back yourself further away from the wall to make it more challenging, driving your hips, your knee, and your ankle all into that triple extension push-off position. You want to do sets to fatigue, aiming for sets of 20 to 25. So this is our functional squat. So we're going to start with our feet shoulder width apart, toes pointing straight ahead. And what you're going to do is you're going to sit your weight back through your heels and drop down. And you want to keep your weight centered between your feet. So sometimes it's nice to do this in front of a mirror. And then if we look at it from the side, we want to see that our weight sits back into our heels, our hips hinge back, and we want to make sure that our knees stay behind the plane of our toes. So this next exercise is the crab walk exercise, and this is to strengthen your glutes as well. So what you're going to do is put a band around your legs right above your kneecaps. You're going to start in a squat position about halfway down, not super deep, and now you're going to take steps to the side. So as you step apart, you want your shins to stay straight up and down, and you want your knees to stay straight over your toe. And then you're going to come back, so you take 5 or so steps. Step width doesn't have to be quite super wide. They can be a little bit more narrow, and that'll help keep you with your shins vertically aligned. So in between sets, you can come up and rest. So now one common error is that you're going to go frog legs. And so when you finish, you're going to have your knees be further apart, and that's not what we want. We want your shins to be straight up and down, and your kneecaps would be pointing forward. So now the other mistake is when you do the Charleston and your foot is what leads and you don't pull the band across your knees. We don't want to do that either. So to review, a good step is toes straight ahead, shins and kneecaps pointing straight ahead all the time. And as you step, your feet and your knees go together. Rest. So this exercise is the Romanian Deadlift, and the idea is to get glute and hamstring strength. So what you're going to do is stand on 1 foot, and you're going to tip yourself from your hip over into a T position. So the important features are the standing leg remains reasonably straight. He's got a little bend in his knee, and that's fine, but it's not a squat. And that back leg remains straight. So as he tips over, you can see that he's in a T position. The last cheat you're going to have is at your hips, how we can see his right glute peek over. So that just means that he's going a little bit too far, so we're going to narrow up the range of motion so that he can keep that right hip down even more. Right there, and we come back up.